You're yawning. That's rude. Hi everybody. Welcome to Half Messy Parenting, where I get to share with you my experiences as a parent. And that it can be messy, and I give myself grace, and it's okay. Today we're going to be talking about ages and stages. Last time we talked about the newborn stage. We are now moving to the baby stage. We are no longer in the 0 to 3 month. We are in the 3 month to 1 year old. So strap in. It's going to be exciting. Does it scare you? No? Okay. I want to share with you 6 pointers that helped me not only survive the first year, but enjoy it. Not only to get through the first year, but enjoy that first year. I'm also going to be giving you a resource that helped me, which are important to have. Resources are important. My first pointer, I learned to follow my mama gut. When my son was 4 months old, he had a congestion that would never go away. He was coughing up phlegm the whole time, and nursing and phlegm just didn't go well. And whenever I would take him to the doctors, they said he had a cold. Well, I don't think that he should have a cold for 2 months. I finally found a doctor that diagnosed him with hyperactive airway. And I was so relieved because it didn't make me feel like I was crazy. With our daughter, she would have some bumps on her skin. Not everywhere and not super pink, but just some bumps. Whenever I would go to the doctor and ask about it, they would say, oh, that'll just go away, it's okay. But at 6 months, she still had these bumps on her skin. It wasn't until I went to my own doctor appointment, and I'm good friends with my doctor, that I asked her, can you feel my daughter's skin? And she told me, oh, well, this is pre-eczema. She told me to bathe her in Cetaphil every day and to also lotion her with Cetaphil every day. My daughter's 4 now, and she's doing great. Thank you, God. So a resource that would help you build that mama gut would be a trustworthy doctor. Not only a doctor that is a short wait to get to, but a doctor that you trust and that you really feel is listening to your concerns. My second pointer is to establish a routine. Now, when I say routine, don't freak out, don't obsess, don't think that I'm talking about an ironclad schedule. It's a routine. With my firstborn, I was kind of obsessive with the routine. But with my secondborn, I got a little bit easier with it. But that routine was gold. It just helped me know when they needed to eat, when they needed to sleep, and when they needed to play. So even when, let's say, you get invited to a bachelorette party and you're a bridesmaid and you really want to go, you have a routine that you could follow. Did I do this? Yes. Was it successful? Yes. Was I tired? Yes. And even having a routine for my secondborn, my daughter, was wonderful because I was able to move it around so that when I had to go pick up my son from school, she was fed, she already napped, and I was adjusting it to his school schedule. A great resource to establish a good routine or to even understand what a good routine is Baby Wise. I loved that book. It was really helpful, but don't obsess over it. I did make that mistake with my first one, and I stressed out a lot. Even though it did help, the stress didn't. But with my second one, I would just make adjustments when I needed to. Take it easy with the schedule. My third pointer would be to expect change. Whether it's teething, getting sick, dropping a nap, going on vacation, and then everything is out of whack, or anything that might happen like getting a sibling. That changes things up. Expect change, and it's okay. A good resource to have while this change is going on is a mama village. Having my mom friends around me to talk to compare about what's going on, they would give me hope and say, it's okay, it takes about 2 weeks to get back to the swing of things, or, oh yeah, my baby only napped once a day as well. It was so helpful, and it took a burden off my shoulders. So having a mama village was like, I don't know, having misery loves company, but then like feeling okay about it. Does that make sense? A wonderful fourth pointer, which really helps you to enjoy the year, is remember to have playtime with your baby. That baby right now just needs love and security. And I know that even when I wanted to clean the house, do other things that needed to get done, I made sure that I sat down with my baby, just sitting down with them and doing whatever they wanted, whether it was working on crawling, playing with their blocks, anything like that. Make sure you get down and you spend time with your baby. A good resource for me for playtime with my babies was Pinterest. I would even make cute little cardboards that would help them point to a color. I mean, they couldn't say it at that point, but it would give them recognition, and I'm a teacher, so it was fun for me and was fun for the baby as well. My fifth pointer is learning time. You might be saying to yourself, my baby is 4 months old, what are they gonna learn? Well, they can learn a lot. It's true, they can absorb, they absorb. Learning time could be things that you don't even think is learning. Songs, rhymes, going and reading the same book over and over and over again, and even just repeating what your baby wants to say. I found that repeating my child, even when they would make funny noises, they would interact and it would encourage them to start some type of speech. My wonderful resource that I used back then and I still use to this day is the library. I loved using the library. Storytime was magical. They gave me ideas for rhymes and songs so that they can learn about their nose and their eyes. But also, they would play with other kids and I would meet other parents and it'd be very nice and they would share with me what worked for their kids. My last pointer that I want to give to any mom out there is to give yourself grace and breaks. I've learned that the first year is rough because there's so many changes and you just want to get comfortable and you just want to know what's going to happen the next day. But I learned in the newborn season that I no longer have control over my life like I used to before I had a kid. But then in the baby season, when they're walking and you can't even sit down and have your dinner, constant movement, just remember to take a breath and give yourself some grace. You're going to lose patience. It's okay. My resource for this one is prayer. I realized that the best thing was to know that I do not parent alone. I have my spouse. Obviously, we work together as a team, and he would make me laugh when I would be really stressed out. But I would feel mom guilt when I would get upset or frustrated because my baby was crying all the time. I remembered to pray. A wonderful book that I read was this book called Give Them Grace. And it's a wonderful book. It reminds you to just look at your baby and just think about how God looks at you when you're crying and you're having a hard time. That even though your baby can't tell you what they're feeling and they might be sick and you don't know it and you thought they weren't sick, look at them, give them grace just like God gives us grace. Give yourself grace. It's going to be a great year. I share these pointers because I still even use these pointers to this day beyond the first year. And it's to not only get through the season, but to enjoy the season. So from my half messy life to yours, don't get through the first year. Enjoy the first year. This is what happens when you live in a townhouse. And you're so close. You hear everything. Like karaoke of, tell me something, girl.